let's talk about BlizzCon. So I just got back from BlizzCon and wow. Where do I start? This video isn't really talking about security or whatever and how the event was run. I think the event was run really badly. I already looked, I saw some like Reddit threads and other people talking about how shit the thing was, and it's pretty much 99% unanimous that the event itself was absolute garbage with how it was run. But this isn't what this video is about. I'll link the Reddit thread and the Blizzard thread in the comments. To what was said in that thread is exactly what I experienced when I was there. This video is mainly about content at BlizzCon itself. Alright, we're gonna start out with a tier list. Ignore this is the best one I could find, and I don't feel like making one myself. Rumble's not on here, but who gives a fuck about that? Hearthstone's on here, but yeah, also I don't really care. This is mainly going to be about WoW and Diablo. I mean, StarCraft for sure is an F, right? Because they didn't even like they don't even pretend that game exists anymore. All right. Let's just break it down to opening ceremony, first day, and then second day. First day, everything was pretty good, opening ceremony wise. World of Warcraft definitely S tier. Which WoW one do I want? Let's use the OG one. S tier World of Warcraft. Okay, so you have Chris Metzen. Obviously, this dude can sell me pencil for like $1,000 and I'd buy it. Like, this dude knows how to sell. Like, it felt like old school WoW when he was out there. It felt like the game was going back to its roots. You know, he just has that, you know, face, that name, that presence of just Chris Metzen, and the way he sold the World Soul Saga storyline, how they mentioned 3 expansions. They already gave all 3 names already in advance. So you have the War Within coming first, and then Midnight, and then the Last Titan. Basically, they said they want to summarize up the story over the next 3 expansions. But it's kind of like how I guess Final Fantasy XIV did it with Endwalker, where they just want to end. I'm assuming they want to end the whole Titan, Void, Old God. Well, Old Gods I guess are dead, but they want to end like that whole thing and just like kind of just start over. That's how I took it anyway. They just want to finish off this whole World Soul Azeroth thing, and we'll see what happens in like what 6 years from now. That's probably when it's gonna be over. I don't know. I'm assuming the expansions might come out faster, maybe once every 1.5 years now. Maybe I don't think it'll be once a year. That's way too fast, but maybe once 1.5. So they don't have to do like they're probably just gonna do 3 seasons in an expansion instead of 4. So yeah, that probably makes sense. So they announced that. They showed off the new continent of the next expansion. They showed off the new major city, Oz-Kahet. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And Kaz-Algar is the continent, by the way. They showed off there's 8 new dungeons. They showed off the 8 boss raid. It's gonna be Nerubian themed, which is fucking awesome. I love that aesthetic. I love the Nerubians. Outdoor world experiences. I mean, I think they do go into more detail in the second day, but first day, I mean, the first day, the opening ceremony is basically just here's a preview of what we're going to talk about tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's how I take it anyway. And we'll get to the fact why I hated the Diablo one, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, they announced delves, warbands, transmog on anyone when farming, regardless of whether or not that's huge. Hero talents. It's like a mini tree. It's kind of like the Legion weapon thing. That's their words, not mine. So, but that's exactly what I thought of when they showed it before they even said that. But yeah, hero talents. Oh, and that was just retail. Then they had hardcore and new solo self-found modes coming with classic, coming for next year. I'm assuming early next year. I think they said January, February. I can't remember. So that was for classic hardcore. So yeah, classics. Then they announced season discovery, which was, you know, level cap 25, discoverability. It's basically like well, they said tanking warlocks, healing mages, etc. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a new way to play classic. It makes classes more viable, and you know, you actually have like DPS rep paladins that can actually like DPS without like just going instantly. That's what it seemed like anyway. Then you have tanking shamans, and you have, you know, healing priests they're already good, and they gave him prayer mending, I think, and they gave him also Penance, that was it. Thank you. And then they kept going, like they said alpha is going to start next year in 2024 for the new expansion. Seasonal rewards include transmog, custom flying. They showed everything off that you're going to get. We'll get warbound until equip items, basically bind on account items that you can give to everybody. Flight pass to share across warbands. Dragon flying is now the default dragon, like the dragon riding is now the default dragon riding. Like there is no old riding anymore, which everyone already knew that was going to happen, but it's finally confirmed. Oh yeah, the earthen. Man, I forgot. They announced so much stuff, man. The earthen has no rep requirement. You just do the campaign and you get it. And cross-realm guilds, cross-realm mythics coming next expansion. Account-wide reps for the next expansion for new factions. Yeah, there's no patch 10.3. I think they're just doing faded raids again, which but whatever. I mean, I haven't played retail in like 6 months. Oh yeah, new battleground for. Oh my god, WoW announced so much stuff. It is absolutely insane. Okay, and I think I kind of went into opening ceremony and the next day. It's kind of all jumbled together. But anyway, that was pretty much everything they announced for WoW. So WoW S tier. I mean, I don't see how you can not have that S tier. All right. The reason I went into so much detail with WoW is because of every other game. It could have been like a tweet or something. After WoW, Diablo 4 opening ceremony. Okay, opening ceremony. Like I said, I'll give it credit. Opening ceremony for pretty much most of these games was pretty good. Diablo 4 announced the expansion. Okay, we kind of knew that was gonna happen. It was a 45-second video trailer that literally just showed the zone. That was pretty much it. We knew it was already gonna be about Fisto, so that wasn't really a surprise either. The Torajan Jungle, I don't know how to pronounce it. Torajan Jungle, was that a fan favorite zone? I'm not sure about that. And then they said a new class, but something they've never done before. So okay, cool. Okay, and then they announced, and then I have to get, okay, after this felt like 75 or 80% of the time they were just reminding people that season 2 existed. Season 2 was happening, and they were announcing basically all the changes they've done for season 2 that we already knew about weeks ago. You know, I to be honest, I think they were just saying that because they must have lost a lot of players, man, a lot of players, and they were just trying to get these people back. They're like, hey, we reduced the experience, you know, it doesn't take that hard to level anymore, the items are better, we actually have some end game, even though we don't really, but we're gonna make some more. You know, come on back, guys, come on home, come on back, we got tons of stuff now. That's what it felt like. It felt like they were just like, hey, season 2 exists, we're still here, blah blah blah. That's what it felt like to me. They just kept constantly mentioning season 2, season 2, season 2. Other than that, Malignant Rings are coming in what, a couple days. That's cool. I really wished it happened on the season launch because, you know, playing Necro without auto corpse tendril and explosion and auto skeleton from last season was awesome, and playing without it sucked real bad. Like, it was such a huge QOL personally to me because I hated trying to find corpses constantly. Like, it was so annoying. So I really wish these rings were in the beginning launch of the season, because right now I'm kind of just done with it. Like, really, I played like maybe a week and a half of the season. I enjoyed it, you know, maybe 2 weeks of the season I enjoyed it, but kind of done now. Like, you know, I'm just like, I don't know, bringing these rings back next week's gonna make me play anymore. And then December 5th, an enchanting preview window, and apparently there's some new activity December 5th. So maybe I'll come back in December 5th and play a little bit more. But I mean, I don't really think the rings are gonna make me come back and play. So I guess I'll wait another month to check out the game again in December, because that's when the holiday event happens and all that, blah blah blah. So okay, and that was the opening ceremony. Oh, and they mentioned season 3, there's gonna be some gauntlet leaderboard. Okay, that was the opening ceremony for Diablo 3, or Diablo 4. I keep saying Diablo 3. Diablo 4. So, campfire chat. The next day, I was expecting a lot more info, and even later in the day when they had that D4 deep dive, but it was literally just the same stuff they said in the opening ceremony. I think they had like 15 minutes of just artwork showing, which is cool, I guess, but like, I really, like, it's nice, but it's like, this isn't what I'm here for. I'm here for like Season 3. What are you guys doing for season 3? What are you guys doing about leaderboards? I mean, they showed us this like gauntlet type leaderboard thing, and to me that's literally just, it just looks like the D3 challenge rift thing. That's literally what it, that's what it sounds like to me anyway. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, so they had the challenge thing in season 3. That's about it. Like, I don't, like, they didn't mention any, they didn't even say what the seasonal affix is going to be. The season, it doesn't come out like end of January or early February. Meanwhile, WoW is telling us their next plans for 6 years and the next expansion, and we don't know what's coming out in 2 months. Like, man, I just expected way more from Diablo. I was super let down with the campfire chat and all the questions they pulled. They were just kind of like skirt. It felt like we were asking questions to politicians. They weren't really giving answers. They were like, oh, wait and see. Wait, I'm tired of this whole, oh, just wait and see, trust us thing, because we've done that. You guys shouldn't. You guys know you guys don't have a good track record with that, right? Like, you guys know the trust with people having Blizzard is like at an all-time low, and it has been an all-time low for years now. Maybe even a decade. Maybe even a decade. So just to you even handpick these questions. You're the ones who handpick these questions, and then you pick these questions and you don't even answer them. So what the hell? Like, what? Like, if you're gonna pick questions, at least pick ones that you're gonna answer somewhat. Like, I don't know, man. Like, they just skirted around the itemization questions. They skirted around like like they're just like, oh, we're not ready to announce anything yet. I'm like, man, this is BlizzCon, man. Like, you guys need to have more than this. Like, I don't know, a 45-second trailer and then telling me what's coming up in season 2 could have been a tweet. Like I said, it literally just, I don't care about season 2. I mean, I care, but I'm like, this isn't why I'm here at BlizzCon, to learn about season 2 information. Yeah, I guess I'll check out the endgame event in December, but that's it. I mean, and there's a holiday event. That's it, man. And that was my biggest gripe with Diablo. So, I mean, if I'm ranking Diablo like opening ceremony, probably S or A. Overall, they got to be the D. They have to be. They didn't say anything. Like, it just, I was so let down from that camp. First of all, it was supposed to be an hour and it was only 45 minutes, and they spent 15 minutes of that talking about artwork. So really it's like 30 minutes. And then they had some 10-minute Q&A that they didn't even answer. It's like, I don't know, man. I was just so disappointed in Diablo. Like, this is your chance to hype this shit up, man, and you just didn't, man. I mean, I could see people giving it a C maybe or a D, but anything over a C is just, I don't see how you could. Like, I don't know, man. It was just bad. And then I look at everything else and it's like Hearthstone. I mean, I don't know much about it, but it doesn't seem like they really announced much of anything. I'm reading like the cliff notes here on Wowhead, and it's like, you get some, you're getting more cards and you can duo play with somebody, and it looks like that's it. You get catch-up packs if you've been gone for a while, and that's it. Like, like that, it looks like that's it. Oh, I guess there's a cinematic for the showdowns in the Badlands. Okay, my mistake. They did show that too. Okay, and that seems to be it for Hearthstone. Then Overwatch, they announced the new hero. I did watch a little bit of that. I did used to play Overwatch, but I just I got tired of it. It was just, it just wasn't fun. I mean, it was fun when it came out originally, but then it just, changes they made to the game just was like, no thanks. And then the whole Overwatch 2 controversy was just like, I want nothing to do with this game anymore. So, I mean, it seems like they announced, what, a new hero, a new PvP game mode, a rework of competitive rewards, and then they said there's going to be 3 more heroes coming out in 2024, and that's it. So, like I said, this literally all could have been a tweet. And every other game could have been a tweet except for WoW. Yeah. Lesson learned, don't waste your money going to BlizzCon. It is a huge waste of money. But I guess overall, if I was to really just, if I'm really ranking Hearthstone, Overwatch, like, because I did watch the presentations, but I just didn't really care. So I mean, Overwatch looks like, it looks kind of like a D. Hearthstone also looks like a D. And what else was there? Heroes of the Storm. Does that game even still exist? That's also F, because I didn't hear anything about that. Yeah, so literally it's just WoW. WoW was S tier. Everything else was kind of D. I guess that'll do it, boys. Adios.